it out of good intent. But at a deeper level, I actually believe it's tribal consciousness. It's this pack mentality that says, don't let this couple break up. Don't let anybody escape the group. And what I advise my clients when I'm talking to them, especially when it comes to family, your family and your tribe doesn't really want what's best for you. What they want is what's safest for you and what makes them feel safest. So behind all of the advice and the double binding and the emotional manipulation you're getting, the person is actually trying to reduce their own anxiety that you're causing them to feel by trying to leave your abusive relationship. That's pretty twisted.
That's very insightful. I would agree completely with that. It's hard for a person to fathom kind of what's even going on. So in their mind, if it's not fitting this idea of what they view as an abusive relationship, then to them it's not abuse. It's normal highs and lows of a relationship, and you guys can just work it out. But really, no, it's abusive. And emotional abuse, yeah, really goes under the radar with that.
I just had a meetup about an hour ago, and we were discussing this and just saying, like, if the person you're talking to has never been in a narcissistically abusive relationship and they don't know what narcissism is, don't talk to them. Don't talk, and don't tell them the truth about what you've experienced, because it will be isolating and heartbreaking, because they will look at you as though you just said you saw a UFO or you know,
Yes.
Jesus's face on a piece of toast or something. It's very isolating, and you can't afford to do that when you're in recovery from a narcissistically abusive relationship. And it's a sad piece of advice to have to give people, you know, to have to give out to people. But I'm talking from, you know, bitter experience personally and bitter experience through clients as well. You can't talk to people who've not experienced it about it, because they will think that you're exaggerating or making it up. And as you rightly say, you know, maybe the person you're talking to thinks that you just, you know, the person's just being a bit annoying, or they've had a bad day, or you're just being a bit princessy or prince-like and demanding, and you just need to calm down and be patient. And they won't see it any other way. They can't. It's outside of their sphere of reality.
Right. Right. Yeah, I agree. I think that's fantastic advice. Especially with even a counselor, if a counselor or a therapist or a psychologist or a psychiatrist is not familiar specifically with narcissistic abuse, and this isn't really a common clinical term either, but if they're not familiar with it, I would say just drive on. I think that's pretty solid advice, because if you've been through an abusive relationship, you need somebody who understands the dynamics better than you do, because odds are you're still in that fog and you're not even sure what you experienced.